I think you're right to say we don't know. I'm being very literal here. We don't know, and we can't possibly know until we go through that gate. Can I just give an analogy of practically every major decision you take in your life? When you leave school, when you leave university,
sorry to be pedantic.
Sorry?
It's not a decision when you leave school. Sorry to be pedantic.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. That's fine. I accept that point. All right. When you change jobs. When you go for a job, you don't know what's on the other side of that fence.
No, you do.
When you move to another country,
you do, Ken.
When you have an idea.
Well, no, you have a very clear idea, and you talk to the person who's offering you the job, and you discuss the terms and conditions. You ask how much you're going to get paid. You ask what your holiday allowance will be. You ask whether you get pension or sickness benefits. Where will the office be? What are the transport links with the new job? And most importantly, what will my tax rate be, and how much money will I have left over at the end of every month?
Yeah, I accept that. But there are decisions in life where you don't know what is on the other side. If you're an entrepreneur
yes.
and you want to start up a business, all right, you go to the bank, you apply for a loan and all the rest of it.
Yes.
You give them your business plan and what have you.
You give them your business what?
What is down the line?
What was that word you just used after business?
Plan.
Oh yeah. So that doesn't work as an analogy either.
I know you've been emphasising the point about they haven't got a plan.
Yes.
What I've heard.
Could you imagine going to the bank for your analogy to work? You go to the bank, you ask for £1 million, they ask to see your business plan, and you say, no, I've got sovereignty and control, and they give you £1 million. I know it's not what you intended when you rang in, but that's what you've ended up arguing.
No, well, the point is that until you cross that barrier, until you go through that door, you won't know literally every detail on what's on the other side.
No one's asking for every detail.
I think you're rather dramatising it. I understand why you're doing that. That's fair enough. But
hang on a minute. You're patronising me slightly now. I'm doing it because I don't think people walk through doors without knowing what's on the other side. You've rung in to tell me that they do. You've given me two or three examples that were really rubbish. So either you try again.
It isn't walking through a door.
What is it then?
We've been in the EU, formerly EC, for about 40 years, right?
Yeah.
And before that, we knew exactly what trading terms we were on, how we control migration, and all the rest of it.
No, we didn't. So we didn't have any controls on migration prior to 1974.
Well, I think there probably were a few. We had our own courts. We had our, we
still have our own courts. We still have our own courts, Ken.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Have the
I just walked past one a minute ago.
European Court of Justice, and that will go. Yes. That will definitely go. So that is something we do know.
It won't definitely go, Ken. Have you not even read that? No, it won't definitely go. It can't definitely go if, for example, we want to have regulatory alignment on trade, because the supranational body that has to actually exercise jurisdiction over two different countries.
Yes, we go down that route.
No, it's not going down a route, you see, Ken. Again, I sense that I'm wasting my time and my breath, but you've rung in to argue from a position of absolute absurdity. You're saying it's like going to the bank with a business plan, and the whole phone-in is built upon the idea that they haven't got a plan. You're saying that it's like going for a new job without knowing what it is, and we listed all the things that you know before you go for a new job. Then you fall into the trap of talking about the European Court of Justice without really knowing what it means or what it represents, and yet you'll go away convinced. Well, you didn't, did you? Because you didn't realise that if we're going to have regulatory alignment, someone has to sit in judgment.
We're not necessarily.
So I'll ask you again: what's on the other side of the door?
What's on the other side of the door is. I know you talked about sovereignty. We will be a sovereign nation again.
And the white paper on Brexit that said the British Parliament has always been sovereign. Who got that wrong? The Parliament, or I don't know. Maybe it was a mistake at Ryman's when they got it printed out.
I appreciate the jocular nature of this, but I'm trying to be.
Stops me getting angry. Here. I'm being very serious. You just said we'll have sovereignty, and the white paper on Brexit stated we have always been sovereign. So what are you talking about, Ken?
We haven't always been sovereign.
So the white paper's wrong.
Well, I don't know what clause of the white paper. I haven't got the white paper.
It's the first line. It's the very first line. The British Parliament has always been sovereign, but it has not always seemed that way.
Well, it certainly hasn't seemed that way.
But it always was, you see. So, last chance, what's on the other side of the door?
But the plan that's been put forward as I understand it, by those on the Brexiteer side,
there is no plan.
A Canada plan.
No, there is no plan. There is no plan. If there was, they'd publish it. They'd be touring the studios today talking about it.
Widely reported in the press that that's the case. If it's not, well, fair enough. But, you know...
So the plan is not the one that the Prime Minister is pursuing. It's the one that the critics of the Prime Minister are somehow claiming without going public in order to defend it or explain it. That's the thing on the other side of the door. And that's why you want to go through it. Well,
as I say, you can't predict what is on the other side of the door. The safe position is to say we won't go through the door.
Oh, finally, Ken. Finally. There you go. That felt good, didn't it?